afternoon, everyone. For today's video, we will discuss deed of donation. So this will be our third episode in our legal documents series. Now, the most asked questions regarding this deed of donation. Number one, what are the documents required to be brought to the office of a notary public like me, when parties will execute this deed of donation? Well, of course, we need a copy of the titulo. That's the original certificate of title or the transfer certificate of title. Also, we need a copy of the latest tax declaration of the property subject of the donation. Likewise, of course, we will need the valid government-issued identification of the parties that will affix their signatures on our instrument. So we call the deed of donation instrument. Actually, because it will be notarized, when notarized, it will be called public instrument. And we also require the cedula or the community tax certificate of the parties to the donation. Now, I've always encountered this query. Daghan mangutana nga, pwede ba daw mag-donate ang husband ngadto sa iyang wife or vice versa? The answer is in the negative. Because donation between husband and wife is actually void. Void siya. Except for those ginagmay lang nga paghatag sa usag-usa sa manianang na occasion. Example, palitan sa husband niyang wife o kanang necklace. You know, necklace is a movable property. So, matawag to siya nga donation, but because the gift is just a moderate one, a moderate gift, allowed na siya. And also, if the husband will give a diamond ring to the wife during their anniversary, makonsider ba na siya nga moderate gift? Bawal man kaha ang donation. You know, how moderate the gift is, depende na siya sa financial status sa mag-asawa. So, kung base sa ilang financial status, moderate lang ng diamond ring, yes, that is allowed. Especially kung gihatag na siya during family occasion. I will discuss ito yun na lang, no? Kaning two types of donation. Donation inter vivos and donation mortis causa. Is donation inter vivos. This is actually a donation that will take effect during the lifetime of the donor. So you see, guys, balik taning iris. In the deed of donation, there are two parties. The donor and the donee. So, ang donor, mo na siya ang maghatag, mag-donate sa iyang property. Ang donee is the recipient, ang mudawat sa gi-donate. Now, there are also two types of donation. Donation inter vivos and donation mortis causa. So, what's the difference of these two types of donation? Donation inter vivos will actually take effect during the lifetime of the donor. And necessarily, to be valid, there must be an acceptance on the part of the donee. Now, ang acceptance niya, pwede the same instrument, mura siya deed of donation with acceptance, pwede po siya o sa lahi nga document, like there is the deed of acceptance. As long as the acceptance by the donee must be made during the lifetime of the donor. in the event nga patay na ang donor, usa pa maghimo og deed of acceptance ang donee, void na to siya. The acceptance must be made during the lifetime of the donor. Now, in donation inter vivos, the right of disposition is transferred to the donee completely upon his acceptance. On the other hand, donation mortis causa is a type of donation that takes effect only after the death of the donor. And the rule is donation inter vivos is not revocable. However, the donation inter vivos may be revoked if the donee fails to comply with the conditions stated sa deed of donation. Inangutana, ang property nga gidonate ba by deed of donation inter vivos, pwede pa ba mabawi? The answer is yes. Although the general rule is donation inter vivos when accepted by the donee is irrevocable, pero pwede pa siya mabawi. In the event nga ang donation inter vivos naa siya condition nga nakabutang dito sa deed of donation, nga naay condition nga pagabuhaton kani nga donee sa gihatag nga property. You see, naamang pwede pang donate for an specific purpose. O kung nakabutang na nga ito na specific purpose sa donation, o wala na makomply within the specified period, pwede bawion ang gi-donate. Kay kadto nga condition, gitawag to siya og resolutory condition. So, failure of the donee to comply the conditions imposed in the deed of donation inter vivos, pwede na siya nga rason nga ma-revoke ang deed of donation inter vivos. On the other hand, donation mortis causa is a type of donation that takes effect only after the death of the donor. And the acceptance of the donation can be done after the death of the donor. Muna siyang donation mortis causa. Any prior acceptance sa buhi pa ang donor, that is a void acceptance. Now, considering that the donation mortis causa will take effect only after the death of the donor, pareho siya sa last will and testament. So, ang mga formalities po, pareho gapon sa last will and testament. Now, this donation mortis causa can be revoked by the donor at any time and for any reason, like a change of mind while he is still alive. Pwede niya i-revoke, pwede niya otrohon, considering na samtang buhi pa ang donor, kaning donation mortis causa wala siya effect, na kay it will take effect only after the death of the donor. So samtang buhi pa siya, even if nag-execute na siya og deed of donation mortis causa, gipanotarize niya sa abogado, the moment na i-revoke na niya, mabalik siya sa lawyer, maghimo siya revocation of the deed of donation, automatic na siya nga ma-revoke. Kaya dili pa man ma-transfer ownership ana ngadto sa donee. Kaya again, the donation mortis causa will take effect only after the death of the donor. So, any time during the lifetime of the donor, pwede niya i-revoke ang deed of donation for any reason.